Hi everyone, this is Miles Morgan Salva, and for today's lesson is we're going to tackle about introduction to accounting, which is the lesson one in FAP and one. Okay, so let's start. The objectives of the lesson. At the end of the lesson, you are to first introduce the following learning objectives. A. Define accounting. Second, describe the nature of accounting. Third, explain the function of accounting in business. And last, narrate the history and origin of accounting. Let's define first what is accounting. So based on the definition, accounting is the process of identifying, recording, and communicating economic trends of an organization to interested users. So as you can see sa definition, there are three highlighted words, which is the identifying, recording, and communicating. So later on, we will discuss it one by one para mas clear sa atin kung ano ba ang definition ng accounting. But tandaan po na ang accounting po ay isang proseso na kung saan you will identify, you will record, and communicate an economic event. Okay? Of an organization. So when we say organization, ito po yung mga businesses, companies, partnership, or yung mga business na kung saan nagkakaroon ng economic events. Okay po? So let's proceed to three highlighted words in the graphic. So we have the identifying. So when we say identifying, this involves selecting economic events that are relevant to a particular business transaction. The economic event of an organization are referred to as transaction. So you will identify kung ano bang klaseng accounting terms ang ginamit sa isang negosyo. Okay, so for example, if yung business or the organization is nagpasweldo sa mga employees, anong tawag doon sa transaction na ginawa ng isang business? So, maaaring tawagin siya na salary, employee salary, then you will identify it as employee salary. So, after mo ma-identify, you will proceed sa pangalawang highlighted words, which is the recording. Okay, so this involves keeping a chronological diary of events that are measured in pesos. So when we say chronological, ibig sabihin pasunod-sunod. If you will do a record, it must be chronological. Pasunod-sunod po kung kailan nangyari yung event yun. Okay, for example, last January 1, may event na nangyari. Then last January 4, may event na naman nangyari. And last January 6, may nangyari naman event. So if you will record it, dapat mauuna po yung January 1, sunod yung January 4, sunod yung January 6. Hindi yung papaliktad. Hindi yung January 6 muna, 4 and 1. Hindi po ang ganun. Okay? So, since we're in the Philippines, we are using peso. Okay po? Philippine peso. So, if you will record the transaction, it must be in peso sign or in peso, Philippine peso. So, the diary referred to in the definition are the journals and ledgers. So, yung diary po sa accounting is also known as the journal and ledger. Okay po? So, later, sa mga susunod na topic natin, we will use journal and ledger. So, which will be discussed in the future chapter nga. So, the third highlighted words is communicating. Okay? Nauna natin yung identifying, tapos na din yung recording, and the last, we have communicating. So sabi dito, it occurs through the preparation and distribution of financial and other accounting reports. So after natin ma-identify kung anong klaseng transaction yung nangyari sa isang organization, we will record it. Then after ng record it, we will communicate, okay? Alamin natin kung para saan, I mean, um, sasabihin natin or we will tell to our bosses or to the one who needs the report kung ano ba yung nangyayari talaga sa isang organization. Okay? Kasi once na kasi the accounting is the reason why or the reason why business are doing good. Okay? Kung alam nila kung ano nangyayari sa pera ng isang organization, they will tell kung ano yung mga susunod na gagawin na step ng isang organization. Kaya sinabi na kaya nasama ang communicating sa highlighted words ng accounting. Okay? So, you will prepare and distribute a financial records sa iba't ibang parte ng isang organisasyon. Okay, so let's discuss the nature of accounting. As you can see, accounting is a service activity. Okay po, when we say service activity, wala po siyang goods na ibinibigay sa mga users. Okay, when we say goods, ito po yung may physical appearance na hawakan na touch natin. Pero ang service naman po is nafe-feel lang natin. So, wala masyadong pera na kailangan when you give your service. All you can do is to have a good talent and skills once na nagtayo ka ng negosyo and service activity yung ibibigay mo. So, tandaan po yan. Accounting is a service activity. Accounting provides assistance to decision makers by providing them financial report that will guide them in coming up with sound decision. So, ito yung dahilan kung bakit importante ang accountants sa isang organization because they are the one who will assess the boss or the CEO of the company kung ano ba yung gagawin na step or gagawin na next step sa kanilang kumpanya because they provide financial report. Okay? So alam nila kung ano yung gagawin nilang decision once nakita nila yung financial report na ibinigay ng accountant. So the next one, accounting is a process. Tandaan. So based from the definition kanina, sinabi ko nga na isa itong proseso. When we say proseso, may step-by-step po na ginagawa. So a process refers to the method of performing any specific job step by step according to the objectives or target. So another nature of accounting is both an art and a discipline. Okay, so accounting daw po ay isang art. Okay po, bakit nasabing art siya? Because accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing and finalizing financial data. Okay po, tandaan po yan na apat. Recording, classifying, summarizing, and finalizing. Okay? Kasi sabi nila, accounting is not all about computation, but it's all about recording, classifying, summarizing, and finalizing financial data. Okay? So, more on analyzation po ang accounting. So, the word art refers to the way something is performed. Tama. Because in accounting, you perform. Okay? You perform, you record, you classify the events, you summarize, the events, and you finalize kung ano ba yung dapat na gagawin when it comes sa different event na naganap sa isang organization. So it is a behavioral knowledge involving a certain creativity and skills to help us attain to some specific objective. So the reason why kung bakit din sinabi siya ang isang art, because accounting is need na may knowledge ka din, and also you need a skill to perform or attain some specific objectives. Okay, kaya sinabi siyang art. Another nature of accounting is that it deals with financial information and transaction. Of course, accounting, kailangan po ng mga financial information and transaction. Kasi once nawala po itong mga financial information and transaction, wala pong mangyayari na recording, classify, and summarizing. So yung accounting records, financial transaction and data, classify these, and finalize the results given for a specified period of time as needed by the users. Next naman is accounting is an information system. Bakit nasabi na information system? It is because accounting is recognized and characterized as a storehouse of information. As a service function, it collects, processes, and communicates financial information of any entity. So dito malalaman natin kung kamusta yung takbo ng isang organization, kamusta yung pagpasok ng pera sa isang organization and the outflow of the money from the organization. Kaya natawag siya na storehouse kasi lahat ng mga information na nangyayari sa organization must be put or must be recorded by accountant. So let's proceed sa functions of accounting and business. So ano ba yung, bakit nga ba kailangan ng accounting sa isang negosyo? So the first reason is that accounting is the means by which business information is communicated to business owners and stakeholders. Okay, so yung accounting po is the reason na is the reason why business owners and stakeholders are communicated well. Okay? So that's the reason kung bakit mahalaga ang accounting. And the role of accounting in business is to provide information for managers and owners to use in operating the business. Okay, tandaan po yan. Accounting is also provide correct information for managers and owners para malaman nila kung paano sila mag-ooperate sa isang negosyo. If palugi na yung business or konti yung pumapasok na pera or konting pumapasok na sales sa isang organization, ano yung dapat na gagawin ni managers or ni owners. In addition, accounting information allows business owners to assess the efficiency and effectiveness of their business operation. So isa yun sa mga isa sa reason kung bakit every business must have an accountant para malaman kung ang business ba is efficient and effective. Kung okay ba yung ginagawa nila, kung tama ba yung gagawin pa nila. Okay? So, prepared accounting reports can be compared with industry standard or to a leading competitor to determine how the business is doing. So, that is one of the functions of accounting in a business. So, the other function is accounting help the users of this financial report to see the true picture of the business in financial terms. Of course, accounting is all about numbers naman, all about numbers sa isang negosyo. So dito, we can see the real picture of business. Nakikita, when it comes kung good ba yung patakbo ng isang negosyo, if madami ba inflow ng pera or madaming outflow ng pera. Okay, so in order for a business to survive, It is important that business owner or manager well informed. Okay, so para daw po na maging maganda yung takbo ng isang negosyo or ng isang company, dapat alam business owner, alam ni manager kung ano yung nangyayari sa kanila, kung anong nangyayari sa pera na meron sila. So yan isa din yan sa nature of accounting. It helps the users through financial reports. Next, we will determine the history of accounting. So accounting is an old civilization itself. It has evolved in response to various social and economic needs of men. Accounting started as a simple recording of repetitive exchange. The history of accounting is often seen as indistinguishable from history of finance and business. So the first history of accounting was in the cradle of civilization, which around 3600 BC, record keeping was already common from Mesopotamia, China, and India to Central and South America. Okay, so it was, ang pagre-record daw po was already common sa Mesopotamia. The oldest evidence of this practice was the clay tablet. Alam niyo yung clay tablet? Ano yan? It's a rectangle. Okay? It's a tablet wherein it's made of clay. Okay? So doon isinusulat ng mga tao yung pagre-record ng mga nakukuha nila from other countries. So itong clay tablet was known in Mesopotamia, which dealt with commercial transaction. Okay? So sinabi ko kanina doon, nire-record sa clay tablet yung mga nangyayaring commercial transaction. So at this time, such as listing of accounts receivable and accounts payable. So when we say accounts receivable, ito po yung mga nakukuha natin na asset, while yung accounts payable naman, yan naman yung dapat nating bayaran. So next naman is the 14th century or the double entry bookkeeping. So dito na nangyari yung double entry bookkeeping. So the most important event in accounting history is generally considered to be the dissemination of double entry bookkeeping by Luca Pacioli. Okay, si Luca Pacioli po ang father of accounting because siya po yung naka-describe or gumawa ng double entry bookkeeping. So, nangyari yan noong 14th century in Italy. So, si Pacioli po was reversed in his day and was a friend and contemporary of Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, so 14th century, the double entry bookkeeping was discovered by Luca Pacioli, which is the father of accounting in 14th century in Italy. So, tandaan. Next naman, the French Revolution in 1070s. Okay, so the true study of accounting and development of accounting theory began this period. Okay, noong 1070 daw po, nag-start na magkaroon ng study sa accounting at mas na-develop na siya, mas nakilala na siya. So the social upheavals affecting government finances, law, custom, and business had greatly influenced the development of accounting. So the accounting is already started na gamitin sa government, sa finance, sa laws, custom, and businesses. So the next history na nangyari after nung 1070s is the Industrial Revolution noong 1760 up to 1830. So the mass production and the great importance of fixed assets were given attention during this period. Okay, so when I say mass production, ito po yung um, madaming paggawa or mass production is madaming production of goods and services wherein they need to record all the materials na ginagamit nila, which is the fake assets. Okay, so next naman is noong 19th century, the beginning of modern accounting in Europe and America. So dito nangyari na yung uh, nag-start na dito yung modern accounting wherein naganap po siya sa Europe and America. So the modern formal accounting profession emerged in Scotland in 1854. Tandaan po yan. Yung nagkaroon na po ng profession sa accounting. Nangyari sa Scotland in 1854 when Queen Victoria granted a royal charter to the Institute of Accountant to accountant in the Glasgow, creating the profession of the Chartered Accountant CA. Next, the present, the so the accounting profession in the 20th century developed around state requirements for financial statement audits beyond the industries of regulation. The government also sets accounting standards through law and agencies such as the Security Exchange Commission, or also known as the SEC. So hanggang dito na muna tayo sa lesson 1 natin. I hope you gain something sa uh, you gain something about the history and the basic knowledge about accounting. Sa muling pagkakataon. Thank you.